Our mission is the history of Christianity in America, faith that shaped a nation. Introduction. America is known today as one of the most powerful nations in the world, but behind its rise lies a fascinating story of faith, hope, and religious freedom. Now, how did a group of Christians seeking freedom from persecution help build a new nation? This is the story of Christianity in America and how it shaped the country's identity. Was Chapter 1, The Search for Religious Freedom. In the early 1600s, many Christians in Europe faced religious restrictions and persecution. A group known as the Pilgrims wanted the freedom to worship according to their beliefs. In 1620, they boarded the famous ship, the Mayflower, and sailed across the Atlantic Ocean to the New World. Their dream was simple: to build a society where they could freely practice their faith. This journey would become one of the most important moments in American history. Chapter 2, Building Colonies on Faith. As settlements grew, churches became the center of community life. Religious teachings influenced education, family values, and local government. Many early schools were founded to teach children how to read the Bible. Christian beliefs played a major role in shaping the moral foundations of the colonies. For many settlers, faith was not just a part of life, it was the foundation of life itself. Chapter 3, The Great Awakening. During the 1730s and 1740s, America experienced a powerful religious revival known as the Great Awakening. Preachers traveled from town to town, delivering passionate sermons that inspired thousands of people. Many Americans renewed their faith, while others embraced Christianity for the first time. The movement encouraged personal responsibility, spiritual commitment, and a sense of equality before God. Historians believe it also helped create the spirit of independence that later fueled the American Revolution. Chapter 4, Faith and the Birth of a Nation. In 1776, America declared its independence from Great Britain. The nation's founders believed that people should have the freedom to choose and practice their religion. As a result, the United States Constitution protected religious liberty. This allowed different Christian denominations, and eventually people of many faiths, to live and worship freely. Religious freedom became one of the defining principles of the new nation. Chapter 5, Christianity in Modern America. Over the centuries, Christianity continued to influence American culture, politics, education, and social movements. Churches played important roles in charitable work, community development, and major historical events. Today, Christianity remains the largest religion in the United States, with millions of believers across various denominations. Although American society has become increasingly diverse, Christian traditions continue to shape many aspects of national life. Conclusion. The story of America is more than a story of wars, politics, and economic growth. It is also a story of faith, courage, and the pursuit of religious freedom. From the arrival of the Pilgrims to the modern era, Christianity has left a lasting mark on the American experience. Its influence can still be seen today in the values, institutions, and traditions that helped shape a nation. Thank you for watching. For more fascinating history documentaries, subscribe to Dark History Labs and join us as we uncover the stories that changed the world. Chapter 6, Christianity and the American Civil War. By the mid-1800s, the United States faced one of the darkest periods in its history, the Civil War. Both the North and the South often used Christian teachings to support their beliefs. Many churches became deeply involved in debates over slavery, justice, and human rights. While some religious leaders defended slavery, others used the Bible to argue for freedom and equality. Christian faith played a significant role in inspiring abolitionists who fought to end slavery across America. The war ultimately changed the nation forever and forced Americans to confront difficult moral questions about faith and freedom. Chapter 7, Christianity and Social Change. As America entered the 20th century, Christianity continued to influence major social movements. Churches helped build hospitals, schools, orphanages, and charitable organizations across the country. During the civil rights movement of the 1950s and 1960s, many Christian leaders stood at the forefront of the struggle for equality. One of the most influential figures was Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., a Baptist minister who used Christian principles of love, justice, and nonviolence to challenge racial segregation. His speeches inspired millions and became a defining chapter in American history. For many Americans, faith was not only about worship, it was also about serving society and fighting injustice. Chapter 8, Christianity in the 21st Century. Today, America is home to people from many different religions and backgrounds. While Christianity remains the largest faith tradition in the country, the religious landscape is changing. Modern churches use technology, social media, and online platforms to reach new generations. At the same time, debates continue about the role of religion in politics, education, and public life. Despite these changes, Christianity continues to influence American culture through holidays, traditions, community service, and charitable work. The story of Christianity in America is still being written as each new generation shapes the future of faith in the nation. Final reflection. For more than 400 years, Christianity has been woven into the story of America. From the arrival of the Pilgrims to the struggle for civil rights, faith has inspired courage, sacrifice, and hope. Its influence can be seen in historic churches, national traditions, and the lives of millions of Americans. Whether viewed through history, culture, or belief, Christianity remains one of the most powerful forces that helped shape the United States into the nation it is today. Part 2, The Rise, Influence, and Future of Christianity in America. Chapter 9, The Second Great Awakening. As the 19th century began, another powerful religious revival swept across the United States. Known as the Second Great Awakening, this movement brought Christianity to millions of ordinary Americans. Large outdoor gatherings called camp meetings attracted thousands of people. Families traveled for days just to hear preachers deliver passionate messages about salvation and faith. The revival transformed American society. New churches were established across the expanding frontier, and Christianity became deeply rooted in everyday life. Many historians believe this movement helped shape the moral character of the young nation. Chapter 10, Christianity and the Westward Expansion. As settlers moved westward across North America, they carried their faith with them. Churches were often among the first buildings constructed in new towns. Missionaries traveled through forests, deserts, and mountains to spread Christianity. For many settlers, faith provided hope during difficult journeys and uncertain times. However, this expansion also brought conflict with Native American communities. Some missionaries sought peaceful relationships, while others participated in efforts to replace indigenous traditions with Christian practices. This remains one of the most debated chapters in American religious history. Chapter 11, Christianity during times of crisis. Throughout American history, Christianity has often become more visible during periods of national crisis. During the Great Depression of the 1930s, churches provided food, shelter, and support to struggling families. During World War II, millions of Americans turned to prayer as loved ones fought overseas. Church services, chaplains, and religious organizations became important sources of comfort and hope. Even after tragic events such as terrorist attacks, natural disasters, and national emergencies, churches frequently played a role in helping communities recover. For many Americans, faith became a source of strength during uncertainty. Chapter 12, The Rise of Evangelical America. In the second half of the 20th century, evangelical Christianity experienced dramatic growth. Large churches attracted thousands of worshipers each week. Television brought religious messages into millions of homes through popular evangelists. Christian radio stations, publishing companies, and educational institutions expanded rapidly. Evangelical leaders became influential voices in public debates about morality, family values, and national identity.
By the late 20th century, Christianity was not only a religious force, but also a major cultural and political influence. Chapter 13, Christianity and American Culture. The influence of Christianity extends far beyond church walls. Many American holidays, traditions, and public celebrations have Christian roots. Christmas and Easter are observed by millions of families across the nation. Christian themes have appeared in literature, music, film, and art for generations. Countless charities, hospitals, schools, and humanitarian organizations were founded by Christian groups. Even people who do not actively attend church often encounter Christian traditions throughout American culture. The faith has become woven into the nation's social fabric. Chapter 14, Challenges in the Modern Era. The 21st century has brought new challenges for Christianity in America. Younger generations often approach religion differently than previous generations. Some Americans identify with no religion at all, while others seek new forms of spirituality. Church attendance has declined in some regions, while other congregations continue to grow. Religious leaders face questions about technology, social change, and the role of faith in an increasingly diverse society. Yet Christianity remains a powerful force in American life. Millions continue to gather each week to worship, pray, and serve their communities. The story of Christianity in America is not ending, it is evolving, and the next chapter is still being written. Extended documentary conclusion. For more than 4 centuries, Christianity has shaped the American experience.
It influenced the earliest settlers, inspired reform movements, guided communities through war and hardship, and helped define cultural traditions. Its legacy can be seen in historic churches, national celebrations, educational institutions, and the lives of millions of believers. Whether viewed as a spiritual movement, a cultural force, or a historical influence, Christianity remains one of the most significant elements in the story of the United States. And as America continues to change, the relationship between faith and the nation will remain one of the most fascinating stories in history.